China may be about to unveil a new global currency, dollar dominance challenge, and global energy trade reshape. This is pretty unbelievable, guys. There are whispers coming out of Beijing that suggest that China may be on the cusp of a groundbreaking move, which would be unveiling a new initiative that could position the yuan as a formidable competitor to the dollar in the international currency arena. There's no official announcement that has been made as of September, as we record this here on September 3rd, but recent developments within the BRICS alliance, which again consists of Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and the newly expanded members, are pointing to an effort that its goal is to erode the US dollar's long-standing hegemony. It's not just about currency. This is extremely intertwined with what's going on in the energy markets, where the petrodollar has basically reigned supreme now for decades. As the stagnation of the BRICS alliance has gone forward, this current week's meeting of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization is extremely important. You know, we've seen China, India, and Russia holding meetings this week for this Shanghai Cooperation Organization, which basically is attempting to restructure trade between all three. And this idea that China is going to attempt to cut out the US petrodollar is something that we've heard about. We've covered this last year when BRICS was considering their alternative currency. But this is another push and could be an attempt to replace the yuan, as instead of creating a new currency, let's just use the yuan. And we've already seen this. And I think the reason why this is coming up to surface is because Russia has proven the sanctions that the United States put on Russia showed the rest of the world that you can survive without using the dollar. And we know oil is generally traded in the dollar, aka the petrodollar. But that's not what Russia has been doing. Russia has been denominating the oil in their own currency or in gold or other commodities. And so it's shown China and India that they can survive not being beholden to the United States. And quite frankly, it's one of the biggest leverage points the United States has internationally, other than our military. I mean, outside of, rolling tanks through, New Delhi, but what else can we do to make India do what we want? Well, we could theoretically put economic sanctions on them, kick them out of SWIFT, and do all that. The problem is Russia has shown that you can survive without that. So it was a real miscalculation from that standpoint. And this would completely reshape the energy markets. I mean, if you started seeing a petro yuan, where these oil and gas trades are now settled in yuan, this would absolutely expose the fragility of the U.S. financial system. And so I think it's pretty unbelievable. Stu's done a great job talking about this, but this is something that I want to keep on the people's mind. We did see that People's Bank of China Governor Peng Goshen has openly, quote unquote, envisioned a future where multiple sovereign currencies coexist and compete, signaling which is an end to the unilateral dollar dominance. So we're going to keep an eye on this one. We've also seen China go all in on gold. They've, for 9 straight months now, increased their purchase of gold. They're currently sitting on about 2,300 tons of gold, which is valued a little over $208 billion, which isn't, a lot by Chinese standards, but they're going to continue to increase this, as the volatility of oil goes up, the stability of other hard commodities goes up. So it's going to be very interesting to see.